What's happening, my friends? So today I saw a really cool meme shared by my friend Melanie Raynal on her Instagram account, and it says, "Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that reaches several feet outside of your physical body. People can feel you." And I thought, man, that is so cool. We've all known people who, when they come into a room, you can feel it. Like they change the frequency in that room. They change the entire temperature, so to speak, emotionally and mentally in that room. And that's so cool. And then to see this, so of course I did my Google research, right? So I looked it up and I read a few things about it. I thought, there's actually something to this. This explains a lot of things. And it also reminds me of something that Terence McKenna once said in one of his lectures, where he said they were experiencing things in the field, so to speak, and that science wasn't quite there. There wasn't research or studies there to back it up yet, but they couldn't deny what they were experiencing. And so his quote was that we were just going to have to go ahead, forge forward, and eventually science would catch up. And I think in a lot of these things, when we read this kind of stuff and we see it, it's like, man, that kind of resonates a little bit, because I know what it's like to be part of a team where we just felt like we were pushing a rope. We're like Sisyphus. We're rolling this boulder to the top of the hill, to the top of the mountain, and it just rolls back down on us like we can't get anything done. The proverbial 2 steps forward and 3 steps back type thing. But I've also been part of teams where we got a lot done in a short amount of time. Almost immediately, we were just banging along, just getting stuff done. And when I look back on that, I see my role in the teams that weren't as effective. I understand the role that I played in that, where I didn't do anything to raise the vibe. I didn't do anything to lift those up around me and to push us forward. I didn't do my part. I was weak. I fell into the rut of, man, nothing's working. I don't know what's wrong. We can't figure it out. Can't put a finger on it. When in reality, part of the problem was that I was not raising my vibe. I wasn't demanding more of myself. And that negativity and that low frequency, that low vibe, man, people could feel it outside of me. I could feel it from them. And we just took a race to the bottom. However, when I was on teams where we were clicking, banging away and getting stuff done, and just every day, just win after win after win, I look back on it now and I realize we were feeding off each other. That vibe was happening where we just knew we couldn't fail. And it was like self-perpetuating. And what I take from that and from quotes like this and reading the studies associated with this is if you want to raise your tribe, you got to raise your vibe. You're part of that tribe, and your vibes, wherever your frequency is sitting, you got to raise it, and that will raise everyone around you. JFK, I say it all the time. John F. Kennedy was famous for saying that a rising tide lifts all boats. It's the same with that vibe. Raise your vibe and you'll raise your tribe. Just as much as you are attracted to a certain group of people by whatever it is, we call it vibe, right? But you know, your tribe, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? It's the same thing with raising that energy level, raising that creativity, raising all of that stuff. Is when you get aligned with your purpose and you know what you're supposed to be doing, and then you're with a group of people who are the same way and just as much in alignment, and then you begin to like vibe. Every day you wake up, you do your gratitude exercises, and you pick yourself up and raise your vibe, you're going to raise the vibe of your tribe. All right, let's go.